I'ma treat you like in my last cigarette. 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 I'ma treat you like
hope it don't end
in
the
my last
same
cigarette.
way. About to start another day.
I'ma treat you
I'ma treat it,
in my last cigarette.
about to start another day. Hope it don't end the same way. About to start another day. Hope it don't end the same way. About to start another day.
I'ma treat you
I'ma treat it,
in my last cigarette.
about to start another day.
I'ma treat you
I'ma treat it,
in my last cigarette.
about to start another day.
I'ma treat you in my last cigarette. 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 I'ma treat you
Hope it don't end the
in my last
same
cigarette.
way. About to start another day.
I'ma treat you
I'ma treat it,
in my last cigarette.
about to start another day. Hope it don't end the same way. About to start another day. Hope it don't end the same way. About to start another day.
I'ma treat you
I'ma treat it,
in my last cigarette.
about to start another day.
I'ma treat you
I'ma treat it,
in my last cigarette.
about to start another day.
I'ma treat you in my last cigarette. I'ma treat you in my last cigarette. I'ma treat you in my last cigarette. I'ma treat you in my last cigarette.
What is up, man? We are back in black in the building, man. Y'all already know I'm gonna hit y'all with it. Did Jesus come back? Did Jesus come back? Did Jesus come back? Cause it's Easter.
About to start another day.
I know y'all niggas got your Easter suits on and your Sunday's best and your fruit baskets and yeah, all this bullshit that the dominant society got all these niggas doing. Man,
Start another day.
man, shout out to everybody out there. David, Tasha, James Youngblood, everybody out there. Shout out to y'all. You know what I mean? Shawnee, Erica, all y'all out there, man. Mariah, you already know what it is, man. I be blanking when I get on this goddamn mic.
In my last cigarette.
But y'all know what it is.
Treat you in my last cigarette. I'ma treat you
But I'll tell you this, we got a great topic today. I'm gonna blend in the two. Shout out to everybody out there, man, at the Court Plantation. If you're at Sunday school, shout out to you too. If you're singing in the choir, shout out to nigga. I used to sing in the choir. Yes, nigga, me. I can't wait, man. I gotta think of a choir song we used to sing. That's so long ago. That was 23 years ago. Singing in the choir and in Sunday school and all that bullshit. But we got a lot to discuss, so we gonna get into it, man. Easter and anti-black racism. Let's get into it. Man, what is going on, man? I'm glad to be back today. If Jesus did come back, man, shout out to y'all. Tell that nigga to hit me up, because I'm struggling out here and I need a meal ticket, because I'm tired of working at these Court Plantations, man. So, shit. Man, let's get into it. Before we get into our main topic, I definitely want to discuss Easter in its... I discuss it every year. I was having this conversation with one of my siblings and my nephew, and I was like, I didn't have to say nothing. My nephew was just like, Warren, you be saying bunnies don't lay eggs, they lay shit. We laughed like a motherfucker because I'm like, what does bunnies have to do with Jesus Christ dying for our sins? What does that have to do with anything? Have y'all ever even questioned anything? Because we just go with whatever the dominant society gives us. Why is it you have to go along with the dominant society's version of what Easter is? Why haven't we as foundational Black Americans did our research and really saw or really looked into, okay, what is Easter? What is this really about? Is it about Jesus dying? Let's go back into the etymologies of what Easter is and how it became. And we don't like to do that. We just like to go with the flow. I remember when I was a kid and we'd have to study our Sunday school lesson. Everybody in there was white. Everybody in the Sunday school lesson was white. Nobody was Black. And we just went with it. So it's just like, man, that's anti-black racism. Why, Warren? Because if Moses was in Egypt land, Egyptian, Kemet, land of the dark, land of the black, why don't they talk about that in the goddamn Bible? Oh, feet like burnt brass. What's burnt brass? Because it damn for sure ain't anybody else, other racial group. You know, the Bible is up for interpretation, and that's fine. But it is very hard to have that belief system when there's so many half-truth facts involved in that. And I feel like, I'll say it again, what does Easter baskets and chocolate have to do with Jesus Christ dying and raising in 3 days? Those two don't even go together. That's like pancakes and potato chips going together. That don't go together. That's why I don't understand why we like go with this narrative every single year. But I digress. Now we're going to get to the subject at hand. There was a teacher in Fontana using Mark Twain as a proxy so she could just say nigga, 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 nigga over and over again. I'll read a little bit of it. Fontana, California. It all began when an 8th grader in Fontana Sequoia Middle School asked his teacher how to spell a word in the book he was reading for his English class. All pretty normal, except that the word was the N-word. As used in Mark Twain's novel Huckleberry Finn, the teacher appears to have made it a point to try to make the student say it. The exchange recorded on a cell phone by another student has since gone viral when the teacher, repeatedly going against the young man's wishes, instructed him to say it. She is heard telling him it's just a word in the dictionary and should be able to say it. See, this is what irritates me. David already know where I'm finna go with this. James Youngblood, y'all know where I'm finna go with this. I'm sorry, but I gotta pull everybody else into this. So it's okay to write nigga and keep having that in school so we can read it. Mark Twain, fuck that motherfucker. Racist motherfucker too. He adored black people, but for some sort of reason, he really didn't adore black people. I think he idolized black people. It's okay to read that word in school and all this, but why isn't there no racial slurs about the Latino community or the white dominant society Jewish community or the Asian community? I bet you this teacher wouldn't be forcing that kid to say it if it was a racial slur towards the white dominant society Jewish community. Where's my Jewish brothers and sisters, my white dominant society Jewish brothers and sisters? We respect everybody here, but with respect, we have to understand what is going on. Where's our white dominant society Jewish people and our Latinos and everybody else that, you know, we for all racial groups? Somebody should jump in there and be like, hey, we wouldn't allow that for any other racial group, so why is that okay for a teacher to keep saying nigga, nigga, nigga? I'm going to play the audio so y'all can hear it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and happy Easter by today. Here we go. Let's get it in.
She was pulled out Friday. The teacher's still teaching today. Let's just show you what happened. You're watching a cell phone video taken by a student at Sequoia Middle School in Fontana during an 8th grade English class. We're keeping her identity and that of other students in the class anonymous.
We were all sitting in the class. The class was pretty quiet. We were just doing independent work, and a student asked the teacher how to spell a word.
She's talking about the N-word as used in Mark Twain's novel Huckleberry Finn. They were studying it in the...
And why is Huckleberry Finn still in schools? Do you see how cold they can be? But you notice they'll put that in schools, but when it comes to the dominant society or other racial groups, it shows them from a power position. First, it shows them docile, and it shows them, you know, how much they went through. But when it comes to black folk, oh, fuck it. Oh, well, nigga.
Class, it seems the student asked how to spell the N-word, and the answer, well, you see the cell phone video.
You didn't even say it. Why? You asked me how to spell it, so go ahead and pronounce it.
She just starts screaming it at the student.
And y'all hear all that laughing because in Fontana it's probably predominantly Latinos, and they think it's funny. Yuck, 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 yuck. See, this is what I don't like about the Latino community. And then when Proposition 180, 187, or 190, whatever, when I was in school, they wanted to band together because they was taking Latinos out of classrooms and sending their asses back to wherever the fuck they came from. Then they wanted to latch on to the black community. See, it's laughing and joking. Any other black kids that was in that class should have been like, I'm calling my parents. I don't appreciate that. And you're not supposed to be saying that. I don't care if it is in the book. You're not supposed to be saying that. And they should have walked out, called their parents, and said, hey, this teacher's in here saying nigga. That's what you're supposed to do. We got to start teaching these young kids. If there's a black student in there, I'm glad she got it on tape, but another black student that was in there should have been like, I'm calling my mama. I'm calling my dad. I'm calling whoever my parent is. They need to come up here. And I don't feel comfortable being in this class because you're not going to do that to the white. I wish a white person would use a racial slur towards the white Jewish community over and over and over and over. David, when you listen to this, James Youngblood, Tasha, when y'all listen to this, y'all tell me, please leave a comment if you would dare hear a white person or any other racial group just use a racial slur towards Jewish community, the white Jewish community, over and over and over, and encourage you to say it. Because she said it's just a word and you can say it. Well, if it's just a word and you can say it, why is it when LeBron was quoting 21 Savage's lyric, I'm about to get this white Jewish money, or I'm about to get this Jewish money, they made him apologize? Why is it Kyrie Irving is apologizing? Because the dominant white society in its whole, to me, they're going to protect their own. Now, the white Jewish community, I'm not mad at them for protecting the integrity of their racial group. I'm not mad at them. They're supposed to do that. But y'all understand, we got to start protecting the integrity of who we are and our racial group. And when you're looking at the proximity of the system of racism and white supremacy, this isn't just, oh, well, they're white Jews. No, they're classified as white. So it doesn't even matter.
Trying to force him to say it. He was getting uncomfortable. He was shaking his head. He started to put his head down.
Why? You asked me how to spell it, so go ahead and pronounce it. Pronounce it after me.
Other students in the class saying,
and after saying like how everyone in the class was uncomfortable, like she
Y'all didn't sound too uncomfortable. Y'all was in there laughing.
continued to say it.
now, did she continue to say it because she was trying to make him spell it out, or did she continue to say it because she didn't think it was a big deal?
I think she was trying to prove a point.
She said that it's an English word, something about it's in the dictionary, and that she could say it if she wants to.
The student who took the video has been pulled out from the class after her mom complained to the school, but other students say the discussion continued even today.
And today she even said that she doesn't care what the mom thinks, that she's her own person, she could do whatever she wants.
She said that today?
Yes.
Y'all heard what just was said, right? Because that's the system of racism, white fucking primacy. That's basically, bitch, I can say it all I want. Nigga, and it ain't shit y'all can do. And that goddamn school district, instead of firing the bitch and sending her on leave, they just let her, oh, go ahead, it's in the book. I dare any of y'all racial groups that say a white Jewish slur and just keep saying it over and over again and see what the fuck happened to you.
Today in class. And
What do you think?
it's not a right thing to say.
This is wrong. It's just wrong. It's disgusting. It's really sad that she's an adult. She should know better.
The district sending out a statement reading in part, while we acknowledge that this derogatory language comes from a novel first published.
So y'all want to not acknowledge that it comes from a novel from the 1800s, but y'all don't want to acknowledge that we built the country for free. David, back me up on this, my brother. James Youngblood. Tasha. Don't y'all see how that works? My bad. Don't y'all see how that works? Don't y'all really see how that works? Come on, man. Like, come on. Y'all don't see that shit in its entirety?
In the late 1800s, and that historical context is important to consider when discussing literature. The district does not condone the language that was used in the video or using that language outside of the context of discussing the novel. We're putting that entire statement.
Man, let me cut the music back on because I'm hot. Now, as I was saying to y'all, Eric, Shawnee, all y'all, don't y'all see how they pull it? So you want to acknowledge Mark Twain's 1800 novel about niggas. You want to acknowledge slavery, but then when it comes to us claiming that we built the country for free without a repayment, oh, no. No. Everybody built the country. It wasn't just black people. Y'all see how they twist the shit? I'm pretty sure between all of us that have these discussions, David, Shawnee, Erica, Tasha, everybody, and if we compile all our books, that's probably thousands of books that discuss the 1800s, the antebellum period, and slavery, and how we built the country for free without repayment. So they'll acknowledge Mark Twain, but they won't acknowledge that we built the country for free. They'll acknowledge that nigga is in the dictionary, and they can say it all they want, but when we go to hold other racial groups accountable, we can't say certain things. We cannot say or even mention. Matter of fact, Michael Jackson had I think a white Jewish slur in one of his songs. They don't really care about us, I think, and they made him take that out. But we can say nigga and kill each other and fucking bitch and all that. They don't give a fuck about that all day long. What did they just say on the video? Oh, well, it was a novel from 1800s. Okay, well, we can pull out novels from other racial groups that are saying things about other racial groups, but that wouldn't be tolerated in the United States of America incorporated school districts. They know what the fuck they doing. That's why it's important for us to teach our kids what we fucking know. And if you don't fucking know, you better get some type of understanding. Isn't that what the Bible talks about? And all I get an understanding? You better get one. It's time out for the bullshit. It's time out for sitting around waiting for people to do shit for you. It's time out for people thinking that others are going to do things for you just on GP. You have to do things for yourself. Get the knowledge. Understand what is going on in this United States of America Incorporated. Look at these interest rates. Look at the stock market. Look at your 401k and your stock. Have an understanding about life. Life isn't just, I'm going to chill, smoke, drink, fuck, and then that is it. No, you're going to have to work hard. You're going to have to establish who you are and what your lane is, and you're going to have to be consistent about what it is. And you cannot have this mentality of somebody's going to help you or other racial groups are going to stand up for you. They're not. Because for that teacher to say that, she's basically letting you know how all other racial groups feel about niggas. That's why motherfuckers are so comfortable saying it. It's in the books, in the dictionary, so I can say it whenever I want. And I don't care what that black person thinks. That's where we are today. That's been going on. That shit does not fucking surprise me at all. My question to y'all is, what surprises you? And if it does surprise you, what do you plan on doing about it? Are you going to educate your brother, your sister, your niece, your nephew, your kids? Are you going to sit down and say, hey, man, you need to start reading because this is very important? Or are you going to act like reading is not fundamental? And I'm not talking about reading no books in college. I'm talking about reading books to gain self-knowledge. You have to understand what has been done on this landmass. They always want to talk about the Native Americans. They always want to talk about the white Jewish community and what they suffered. And what they suffered was horrible. But when it comes to the Atlantic slave trade and what has been done to foundational black Americans on this landmass, for some sort of reason, they don't want to discuss that. It's like it doesn't even matter. It's like, oh, well, yeah, that happened. But you know what? That was so long ago. You know what I told somebody when they said that's so long ago? I said, well, what happened to the white Jewish community was so long ago too. But they never let us forget. Every chance they get, they let us know about the Holocaust, as they should. But you know what? The thing that is so mind-blowing, that happened in Europe. That didn't happen on this landmass. I'm talking about what happened to foundational black Americans on this landmass. You better read They Came Before Columbus by Dr. Ivan Van Sertima. You better read A Price for a Pound of Flesh. You better read Slavery by Another Name by Douglas Blackman. You better go read Harriet Washington's Medical Apartheid. You better read those books and really read them and think about what the fuck has taken place in this United States of America Incorporated before you sit up here and allow people to say, well, it's in a dictionary so I can say it. My thing is you can say, well, all things are in an etymology dictionary because there's always a root of the word and how it was created. That doesn't mean you could just go around saying it, and that doesn't make it right. But happy Easter, everybody. Hey, man, love, live life. Go look up the article for yourself. It was in Sequoia Middle School in Fontana. Go read it, research it for yourself. Hey, man, leave your comments. You already know what it is, man. Have a great Easter Sunday. I didn't even know it was Easter. My sister had to remind me of that shit because I didn't even remember. I ain't gonna lie. I don't be paying attention to these holidays. These are holidays the dominant society made up for niggas to go spend their fucking money on shit that don't matter. But anyway, hey, man, I'm out. I got love for all y'all. Guilty, nigga. Peace.
In my last cigarette, I'ma treat you like. In my last cigarette, I'ma treat you like. In my last cigarette, I'ma treat you like. In my last cigarette, I'ma treat you like.
Hope it don't end the same way. About to start another day.